Hello, I'm RocketBug5977 and welcome to episode number 7 of Rocket World, my single player survival Let's Play series. Today we've got quite a productive episode in store. We're going to have a look at this path behind me. You can just about see if I jump up and down a bit. We're going to do a little bit of work on that, and then we're going to work on a little bit of the spawn area. So we're going to be following this path right behind me, following it all the way back to the spawn area, and then doing a little bit of work on the spawn there. But first, we're going to start off the episode with doing something that I promised we were going to do last episode, and that is a little bit of mining in the Nether to get ourselves some quartz, because we've got that big round footpath that we need to get finished over at the main base over there. So that's where we're going first. So let's get going. Right, we're back at the spawn Nether Portal and ready to go and get a little bit more quartz ready for the base building. See if we can finish those stair blocks going around the outside of our path. As you can see, I'm in some diamond armour. That's because the old netherite armour has taken a bit of a beating over the time I've been using it, and it needs a bit of repairing, which I haven't got around to doing yet. So I'm wearing a temporary set of diamond armour at the moment. So let's go and see what we can do in the Nether. Right, let's jump in. No creepers, no, that's good. Right, I have made a few changes. This doesn't look any different here, and neither does that. But up here I have started putting in an area where the Nether Portal will transfer to. This is going to be the 0, point, obviously. And down that tunnel will lead to the main base. So let's go and have a quick look. It's not too far down here. I've extended these tunnels out to about 100 blocks from the centre point, and that's where the main base portal will be down there, so that's not too far away. Yes, I've been down there to the 100 block point, and in each direction I've been doing the same thing. So if we go back to where the new Nether Portal position is, which will be here, these blocks, I've been going out in each direction by 100 blocks. What I'd like to do is I would like to find another fortress, of course, at some point. So I'm going to continue digging these out. I'll go a little bit further, and I'm also going to make these ice roads, so I'll dig down a bit as well, and hopefully we'll find some quartz on the way. Right, I'll do a bit of that, and we'll see how we progress. Okay, I managed to get about 5 stacks of quartz before I had to come back. I ran out of time really, more than anything. Pickaxe was going just fine. I managed to find a little cave area with lots of little tunnels, and I followed those around, picking up and extracting all of the quartz as much as I could. So that was fairly successful. So I'll mine that all down. Mine it down? I'll use Fortune to cut it all down, and we'll see how much we get. Now, the next job on my list is going to be doing some path work here. So as you can see, I've got a path that goes, well, it's the old path that went all the way back up to spawn. I've widened it to 3 blocks wide and taken it a little bit straighter so that I can use my horse to get all the way back to spawn a bit quicker. Now, that's all well and good, but as you can see here, I've started to mix in a little bit of coarse dirt and added a few non-path blocks into the way as well, and a bit of grass. So slowly I'm going to start to decorate this and make the journey back to spawn a little bit more pleasant. So let's do a little bit, and then we'll cut to a bit further on and see how far we get. Right, let's have a look. So we've got some bits and pieces here. This is not too bad so far. I've already made a bit of a start here. When we get to here, we're going to look at putting a bit of grass over here. I might take that one out and put in a little bit of coarse dirt. Try and collect these blocks as well, because that'd be quite helpful. And maybe we'll put a little bit of grass on there. Now I've also got some bone meal that I can use as well. I think we're getting quite a lot of grass around here, so let's let's take that one out and pop in a little bit of coarse dirt there, and let's grab a little bit of bone meal, and what we'll do is we just put a little bit on the sides as well, just to make it look a little less plain, I think is the best way of describing it. Right, also if it gets a little bit dense, we can also take some of these off. I've got a pair of shears on me, so I can take that off. Right, starting to look a little bit better. Now I think we've got too much on the left hand side going up here, so perhaps I will take that off. I don't need to eat too often, so let's do that. Let's take that one off, and perhaps we'll keep that as a path block and move up to that one. Though I do feel like another bit of coarse dirt wouldn't go amiss, so let's take that, pop one of those in there. I can put some on the side as well, I haven't done that for a little while, so let's pop one perhaps over here. Let's do that. And let's see, we've got rather a lot of these. So do we want one right in the middle again? Probably not, but we could take one out there. Put a bit more coarse dirt in again. And then just so this one side's not too bad, so perhaps we'll use that as an opportunity to collect up a few bits of grass, thin it out a little bit, and perhaps not have them right next to each other. Right, okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing, so I'll get on with that and I'll be back in a bit. I've just finished doing the path and I am thoroughly soaked now. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll head back to base, and when the weather's a little bit nicer, I'll head out on the horse and we'll have a quick look at the path and go all the way to spawn and see how it looks now. Does that sound like a plan? Right, I'll be back as soon as the rain stopped. Okay, now the weather's improved, let's go and have a bit of a ride over to the spawn area from here, and we'll see how the path looks. Right, let's jump on the horse. Where is he? Here he is. And let's go. If we can get through the gate. Come on. There we go. Right, so the path has been put in here, so we've got plenty of gravel put in on the path, and lots of little grass blocks placed all over the place, so this has made the path look a little bit more used, not quite so uniform as it has been before. I've also done a little bit of work improving the bridge. I quite like having the different colour slabs every couple of blocks, just because it makes it look like you're travelling a lot faster as you're going across it. This was quite a difficult area to do, because I had to light up behind all these huge dark oak trees, because they created so many dark spaces that I was having no end of problems with creepers and things like that. So this is where I'm going to drop off the horse, and we'll have a quick look and see. Oh, hang on, what am I doing? Yeah, that's right. And I'll grab you, pop that on there so you don't wander off. And that's the route. So it's come all the way over to spawn here, and I'm well aware that I haven't done much with this since I started the world, actually. So what I intend to do now is have a little bit of a play and see what I can do with this area. Now what I'm hoping to do is to create a massive great tree trunk here at the 0, point, which is this white block here, and I'm going to put the Nether Portal underneath it. So it is going to be a very, very big tree trunk, a stump basically, big round one there, dark oak, that shows us where the 0 point is of the world. So, oops, I'm going to get started on that, and I'll give you some progress updates as we go along. Okay, here we are. I've done a bit of work on this big tree stump, and it is quite big, isn't it? It's huge compared to the normal trees. But let's have a quick look around and see what I've done so far. Right, now I have built all of these out of the bark blocks, so it produces quite a large tree trunk. If we can get a view down here, and the roots are sort of coming down through the ground over here, It goes all the way around this side up here. It does go around in a big circle with the Nether Portal in the middle. Oh, can't get up. There we go. And what I've started doing is I've started putting in some concentric rings using stair blocks. And this is what I'm going to do on the top as the covering. And hopefully it'll all spiral down into the centre, which will be the 0 point of the world. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on that now, and then I'll update you in a moment. Right, welcome back, and I've had a go at doing this circle in the middle here, the rings of the tree, but it wasn't quite as successful as I was hoping, because when we had the stair blocks connecting up with stair blocks alongside, of course they formed all sorts of funny patterns, so I had to put solid blocks in between, so I only managed to get a couple of rings in before the centre. So that wasn't quite as detailed as I was hoping it was going to be, but I managed to finish off the top here, so we've got the tree, basics of the tree stump done here. So if we look forwards here a bit, it's quite big and it goes quite a long way. I'm going to do a little bit more detail on the outside, make the roots a bit longer I think. But we've also got an inside in which we're going to drop the Nether Portal into in a moment. So let's go and have a quick look at that now. Right, if we head over to this corner here. Is there something creeping up? No, it's just me. Right. There's a temporary little entrance here, and underneath you can see where the roots come down, and I've hollowed out this area, and that's where the Nether Portal is going to be. So that should be 0, 0 around about. Oh, it's about here actually, isn't it? I might bring it forward then. Oh, I think yes, there's the centre point there, isn't it? So maybe I can bring the Nether Portal forward to about there. That might be the best idea. And it does seem a little off centre as well now that I look at it. So perhaps I will shunt it off to one side as well. Right, well, I think that's what I'll do now quickly. So let's see how that goes. I'll be back in a moment. Right, I'm fairly happy with where we are on this project now. Let's have a quick look around and see what I've achieved. Right, if we drop down here, you can see I've added a little bit more of the roots branching out around the area, and I think that helps sort of bring the whole thing into the landscape a little bit more. So if we come around here, the Nether Portal has obviously gone missing. And yeah, we've got the ring, and we've got the very centre here, 0, 0, is this block here, which I've stripped and left in the middle there. And now we can see, if we come down here, there's a little ladder that leads us down. Hang on, let's close that. And I've decorated underneath here. I've got the Nether Portal in. I've tried to break up this ceiling a little bit with some spruce. We've got some spruce shelves and a little chair to sit in, bed, table, and barrels and chests and things. Yeah, I haven't lit the portal yet, so let's do that now quickly. Let's do that. Right, so there we go, we've got the portal lit. I was thinking about covering these with some trapdoors to cover up the black, but I think it needs a little bit more non-brown colour in here, so I may have to come back and put some other bits and pieces in here. I've topped up this with some armour and things like that, a little bit of tools, some boots for the powder snow up above. And I'm going to leave the flint and steel in here as well, because I have to go all the way back to main base to grab that. Actually, I haven't put that out somewhere, so let's see if we can find somewhere to put this. I think maybe up here, that might be a good little area. And then we can put a vase with something on there. And yeah, we could have put it over here. We could put some other bits and pieces on here. But that's about done on this project now, so I'm going to head back on the horse back to main base, and that's going to be about it for this project. Sadly, that's all we've got time for today, so thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please do leave a like and a comment if you've enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more on a regular basis, then please consider subscribing to make sure you don't miss out. Well, I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode, so have fun and see you later.